help you? Yes, Six of Wands, victory. It says wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotions, awards, and scholarships. You are making a choice that is literally leading you to a better life. Maybe it's hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. I have my Palo already going. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Fun fact, if you ever want to cleanse your home or your auric field or your bed, I highly recommend putting a white protective bubble around your bed every night before you get into it. But I learned something new, that when we just set the intention for blessings, like just saying blessings, that immediately resolves all lower vibrational entities and energies and attachments. So even just putting your focus on love, blessings, that's enough. And I've noticed that when I do that in my head, I tend to feel less of a dense vibration, where before I was always thinking about lower vibrations to cleanse them. But then the less I think about it, the easier it is for me to feel lighter after a client call or after I go to the grocery store. When I just say blessings, it's like I just get filled with all this love and light. So fun fact, I feel like I've been doing it wrong for a couple years. Or maybe I just made it easier on myself. But we're going to open up sacred space. We're going to call in my favorite guys, my man Mike and my man Meta. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me. Bless my cards. Bless my beautiful viewers. I love you all. And let's see what they want to tell us this week. And we are closing out August. Holy cow. We are already moving into September. We have a new moon on, I think it's September 2nd, September 3rd, depending on where you are in the world. I think it's a new moon in Virgo. Virgo likes to be very organized and have all of their ducks in a row. So you might be feeling that energy, like you want to purge something, you want to clear space, you want to be brand new. It could be like a rebirth energy. Maybe you just don't want to do something that you've always done in the past. I feel guided to look at my phone for some reason. Oh, somebody sent me a heart. I love you. 17 minutes ago. Okay, so because of that, that's my daughter talking to us. If you did not know, I have hearts all over my house and all over my body. My daughter was born in 2012 and she passed in 2012 from a muscle disorder. Took me years to get to a point where I could say that without crying. And we're here and we're happy. And I realize why she came and left. And it's way bigger than I could have ever imagined. And it's our mission. She's now guiding me through every single one of these videos to help you all awaken to your truth. That's why I named my channel Awaken with Michelle Thornton. Literally in my Gene Keys, you guys, if you've never looked up your Gene Keys, go to Gene Keys profile, and you can get a free profile done. But legit, it says one of my missions is to awaken. And I'm like, well, I feel like I'm on par. All right, rainbows are a sign that your happy ending is coming soon. Don't we love that? I also just got guidance because one of my friends just went through a miscarriage, and I'm sending her so much love right now, and I hope she's watching, and I love you. But I wanted to share a message because we just got this message first that I've heard other mediums channel messages saying that these souls that come in for short periods of time, like my daughter, right? Or like my friend's baby, when they come in, they make their presence known, right? And then they exit. Well, what that's doing is it's building a rainbow bridge connecting the mom and the dad, right? Connecting us to source. So they come in, they build the bridge, the rainbow bridge, and then they leave. But now we are forever connected to source. And it is so freaking beautiful that they give us that gift, right? And my throat's going nuts. It's like all of a sudden we're online. Okay, well, I just experienced this miscarriage or this loss. I have to believe in something. They literally build our connection to faith. So they're giving us this gift. And sometimes those souls reincarnate in the next soul, in the next baby, right? They're not saying, hey, I'm not coming in at all. I just came in to build a bridge So the next time I come in, you're ready for me. Your vessel is ready for me. So isn't that a cool message? Okay, so here we go. Let's see what else Micah wants to tell us. Micah's anniversary of her passing, her transition just passed. It was August 29th at 6:16 p.m. She was right here on my chest when she took her last breath. I was super, super, super lucky to be with her. I know that. And I know some moms and dads, they didn't get to be with their children when they pass, and we should not have to bury our children. And I'm sending you guys so much love. But we do, I have to be grateful that I got to have her and I got to hold her and I got to feel her. Some moms have miscarriages and they don't even get to feel their babies. So there are some little, silver linings to everybody's story. And the final, like, not the final message, we're not ending this year, but literally, source energy is just all around us. We don't have to see anything as negative. We don't have to label it good or bad. We are all this beautiful love energy. And we're just being shown situation after situation of how we can grow more into that love energy. Beautiful message. And I just heard Mother Mary. Mother Mary is here. Confirmation. Spiritual guide is on the way. So when your connection opens up, and if you're somebody who has not had that kind of loss, that's totally okay. You might be spiritually awakening in a different way, where all of a sudden you're feeling such compassion for everybody and you're like so sad for people that have gone through losses like that. You're just feeling on a more deep level. A spiritual guide is going to come along your way and they're going to crack you open and they're going to show you the way. So allow them to guide you. Five, 555, good changes coming. Connect back to spirit. You're being admired online. Interesting. So we got 3s and 5s. Those are angel numbers. You're being admired online. This could be in your community. This could be on social media. This could be at your workplace. Change is coming. Before this change happens, you're going to need to reconnect to you. And it could be like that rainbow bridge. That connection had to happen for the change to come. You're being admired for your strength. I have all of my cards standing up all cute right here on my meditation poofs. You guys are all propped up on 3 of my meditation poofs stacked. It looks so pretty. You are awake now. Keep your light lit. Heck yes. Can't go back. The bridge is already made. The connection has been made. Start the thing. Revisit your path. See how it all worked out. Cleanse your energy. Okay. I just heard that somebody might be blocked from starting something because there's another energy or entity in your world, in your home, in your car that keeps you stuck in these toxic cycles of not eating well, not meditating, not working out. It's like you get looped into this other lifestyle that's so not you, but it's very easy and it's comfortable and it feels good. It's like a dopamine high. And then all of a sudden you get trapped into that icky lifestyle and you're not starting the thing. So we have to clean up our routines, clean up our energy fields, clean up who we're texting, who we're allowing to call us. Sometimes it's literally saying no and not answering your phone and letting the person wait and not being at somebody's beck and call all the time. You're a sovereign being and you are not responsible for anybody and you do not have to answer to anybody. Part of your lesson might be to stand up for your inner child within you and not allow somebody else to do that to you, to put that pressure on you. And then we have revisit your path and see how it all worked out. And I just heard somebody might have had a really hard past and maybe things haven't worked out for you, but this is the new beginning. Once you're awake now, you have to keep your light lit, right? There's no going back. Excuse me. You are a different person now. Your nervous system is calibrating to this new life. And you're like, oh my gosh, this feels uncomfortable, but I know I want to go this way. This is really uncomfortable over here. The unknown is scary, but I'm going to go that way. I'm going to start the thing. I'm going to get the apartment. I'm going to leave my marriage. I'm going to leave this job. I'm going to stand up to this parent. Whatever it is, you're going to start the thing, right? And then allow the nervous system to calibrate as you go towards it. And it's so nice to calibrate in a group of people or with a coach a spiritual guide to remind you that it does always work out. And you might not have ever had that experience where things work out for you. One of the women in my coaching program, she has been through like so many different like terrible moments. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this poor woman has lived this way her whole life and she's survived and she's doing so good. And she's the biggest heart, obviously, because of all that. But it's almost like she might not even have faith that anything's really possible. And I'm so glad that she's with us and with me. And I can tell her, no, this is the beginning of your new life. This is when things start to change. And I am proof. Bottom of the deck. Can you guess? 777, money is coming. Trust the timing. Say yes. I'm just going to keep flowing until I feel like I'm ready to stop. Trust the timing. Say yes. Start the thing. A windfall of money. Twin flame. The last one, I feel guided. Your angels are asking you to use them. So the twin flame energy, the 1111, that's all about self-love. If you ever get any kind of pull towards the twin flame journey, or you're like, what is this? I don't know if I believe in it. It's literally just a relationship where two people, they say two people that are made with the same energetic signature, the same soul, and they cannot be in the same space unless they fully are integrated with their inner masculine, their inner feminine, and they love themselves. Because if they don't love themselves, then your two souls won't want to be near each other. Because if I don't love me and I'm not accepting my soul and my human, then why would I accept this other person who has that same signature? It's going to feel like I want to run away from them because I'm running away from myself. So those relationships can be very difficult. They can be toxic because people can act out their wounding if they're really repelled by somebody. But most of the time, a twin will never want to hurt you. They love you. And as much as their wounding gets the best of them, they deep down, they just still love you. And it's not a trauma bond. It's not a wounding love where you're loving your abuser, because some people get mixed up with that. They stay in these partnerships, but they're actually living out their childhood and they're re-loving, they're accepting their abuser back after they keep abusing them, and they keep going back to it thinking it's a twin flame, but it's not. It's them being looped into this toxic pattern of conditional love. A twin will never want to hurt you because you don't want to hurt yourself, right? So deep down, we truly don't want to hurt ourselves. So we really don't want to hurt our twin. We want the best for our twin. We want to push our twin to grow. But deep down, we will always forgive them and we will always love them. Okay, I feel guided to do Light Seers Tarot. I got this card for myself the other night. Two of Swords, indecisive, can't see which way to go. You're in the unknown. You're like, I don't know what to do next. It's really that simple. All right, Spirit, what do we do when we're in that situation? What are you telling us? Seven of Swords, wow. Okay, to me, this is like a deception energy. It's like somebody's not being, maybe you're not being honest with yourself. Maybe you're not fully looking and listening to the call of the crows, which is spirit. Yeah, she's like not hearing it and he's going the other way. It's like they're both a match. This is like the twin flame journey. He may be coming towards her and maybe she can't see it coming. Or he was deceiving and holding back his truth, not telling her that he loved her. And he left her in the dark and he left her not knowing what was going on. Or he just hurt her in some way. She felt tied up and trapped and it was painful. Yeah, his deception and lies caused her pain. Actually, it caused her a long time waiting. And she wasn't really waiting, but it felt like this energy. Like she just was like, when I'm just like, am I supposed to just live this way? You know, like she's literally like stagnant. She could be growing with this person. They could be building a family together. They could be doing all these things, but she's like tied up waiting for him to come release the blindfold. He had to go on the journey of picking up all the feathers, all the signs, the synchronicities to figure out where she is. He had to find his way back to her. He had to go through all the deception and the lies and the ego. Yep, and he finally surrenders. Judgment, they surrender to the partnership. Gosh, I love doing these love readings. They're so fun. So the divine masculine is going to surrender to this relationship, which is going to it's going to take off the mask or the blindfold of the divine feminine, where she felt like she's like, is it him? Is it not him? And we don't have to go by gender. This could be male or female, doesn't matter. Heartbreak, divorce, breakup. So somebody's surrendering, and because you're surrendering, you have to leave something behind. It's going to feel like your heart is shattering, but it's actually good for you, because when your heart shatters, especially through my grief, I realized, wow, that's why I became so loving and so sweet. And I really hold no judgment. And I know that's because I was broken into a million pieces back in 2012. And I used to walk to stores and go places and always wonder, what is that person suffering with that they're not talking about? Because that was me. I was suffering for a really long time and nobody knew, right? You know, kids would come into my classroom, 7, 8 years later after my daughter had passed, and they would see me and they would paint this like idea in their head of, oh, she's probably married with kids, or maybe she's single with a boyfriend, whatever. They would have never guessed that of like what happened with my story. And then they would find out mid-semester or whatever, and they would be blown away, but like, oh my gosh, you're so happy all the time. How did you survive that? Like, they just didn't know, you shouldn't judge a book. But the beauty in that was I learned to be such a compassionate teacher to all of those kids, because I knew that some of them were probably suffering and they weren't talking about it. So when I learned to be vulnerable, vulnerability breeds connection. When you share your heart, you're literally opening up a cord saying, hey, I share with you, you share with me. Let's hold space for each other. And that builds more love and more trust. Okay, so getting back to the reading part of the breakup, the divorce, right? Well, after that, there's going to be a healing energy. Hanged Man is like a waiting phase. So divine feminine, you might have to wait until divine masculine has done his healing to release, to fully cut the cord from that partnership. So somebody is surrendering to a relationship. They have to surrender. They have to leave something else behind, whether it's money, a city, a relationship, a marriage. They go through the heartbreak phase. Then there's the Hanged Man energy, where they have to wait a bit. And then they have to build their own pentacles. They have to figure out their way on their own. 8 of Pentacles is all about somebody taking it, like literally building their own business from the ground up. It's like all of these ideas start to spark now that you're single. You didn't realize that the person that you were with was hindering all of your growth. I was just reading a post about how narcissism can actually affect the brain chemically, physically. It can shrink the brain, which that kind of treatment and abuse and emotional abuse can really hinder a person's brain. So the quicker you guys can get out of those situations, the healthier you're going to be. Okay. And my phone just went off when I said that, so I just want to check. Okay. Then we have the World and 2 of Cups. Look how colorful this is. So you go from this, somebody goes from heartbreak, black and white energy, like super dreary and sad, to beautiful color and freedom. And now you have the world at your fingertips. You can do whatever you want to do. You can create anything. Your energies merge now, and you're just like, that life force energy is like, yes, now I'm finally where I'm meant to be. Now I can go out and do my mission and feel good about it and know that I'm with the right person, because money's flowing, things are flowing, ideas are flowing. As I said that, Ace of Wands, that's ideas, everything coming from the intuition, sparking creativity. Chariot, it's on the way. And this is yin yang energy, balancing masculine and feminine energy. All right, I feel like switching up the cards. Let's do a little ever unfolding heart, my OG deck. It's the first deck that I created. would have made the font bigger if I could tell myself back then what I'd want to fix about it. We have the crow. So the crows are a really big sign here. You have spiritual gifts. It might be time to dive deep into sharing them. The world needs what you have. So spirit is calling at you through crows. So if you're seeing them out in nature, if you feel like it's that like Two of Swords energy where you're blindfolded and the crows have you all blindfolded and you don't know where you're supposed to go, they're calling at you. You might be being called to use your spiritual gifts. You're going to love this one. There's an abundant treasure that is wanting to enter your life. How is your relationship with money? Do you fear losing it? It's time to heal this to allow more in. I feel like my 2024 was me doing all of this, is fully getting to the root of my money fears. And I had to go down to like a zero bank account with so much debt to feel into, why am I allowing this to happen? Why am I not taking care of my finances better? Where is the shame in me that doesn't feel worthy of having an abundant life? And the shame came out. I remembered some traumas from childhood, and oh my gosh, they were so painful. And I grieved them. As soon as I grieved them, the next month I had like my highest earning month. So spirit led me down this path of healing my relationship with money through my solar plexus, through my sacral energy, through shame, through trauma. I'd realized that, OMG, I have been holding all of this shame in my belly, and I didn't feel worthy of receiving because of things I did in my past or things that happened to me in my past. I just didn't feel like a good person. And we all have an ego that is telling us those things, right? It's the part of our personality that was birthed from 0 to 7, where something happened to us and now we believe it. So my belief system lives in my energy bodies, right? We have 7 energy bodies, like it's almost like 7 layers to our auric field. And I believe the third layer is your belief systems, your rational mind. So if we have a belief system that says we're not worthy of receiving money, that's going to completely block your flow that can come in through the funnel, through the crown from the universe. So we have to dive deep into, where am I blocking this? Where is my rational mind? Where are my belief systems? The 7 energy bodies are so cool to learn about. I teach it in my online coaching program. I highly recommend you join if you're into that. If you want to go through a big self-transformation, it's 6 weeks, 7 to 10 women, and we go deep into what are our blocks. We go into healthy patterns. We set the foundation of our life. We eat well. We celery juice together. We drink water. We work out. We're just keeping each other in alignment for the 6 weeks as we do the healing work, as we manifest, as we do all the things to transform, to create the best life for ourselves and our families. And that abundant treasure wants to come in, but somebody is blocked. Okay. So let's ask money what we need to do. This is my messages for money deck. I created this past year. Money, what do we need to do to allow more of you in? Your home has a wealth zone. Put me there. Ooh, a little feng shui. And then we have, do you believe I'm good for you? This is your belief system. So money is just talking right back to us. What I was just talking about with the rational mind, the 7 energy bodies. Do you believe that money is good for you? Does it feel scary to have more? Me and a client the other day discovered that when she's in partnerships with people, she feels like they use her for money. So, but she wants to manifest millions. But I told her, I was like, hey, like, you have this hidden belief that if you do get the millions, you'll never have true love, because you'll never know if somebody's using you. So her belief system was so deeply embedded, but we uncovered it. So now she just has to practice telling herself, the right people will arrive that won't even care about the money. They will love me no matter what my bank account looks like. Okay. And we have to rewire ourselves. So money is asking, look at your belief systems. And then you have a wealth zone in your home. There's a wonderful app by Marie Diamond, and it's all about holding your phone, and you can see north, south, east, west. You'll see that you have a wealth zone in your house, and whatever wall that's on, you're going to put money there. You're going to put words that are saying how much you want to manifest. You're going to put gold there, because in feng shui, gold represents abundance. You're going to put success there. Okay. So you're going to find the wealth zone by using the app. Just search Marie Diamond. It's awesome. And then you're going to be able to put that money, that gold, whatever it is, in that zone. Okay, here we go. Let's do some animals. Let me turn off my phone because it keeps buzzing. All right. I just saw the eagle at the bottom of the deck. The bat. This is rebirth energy, death energy. I feel guided to read this. Let's see what the bat says. I have them all saved on my phone. That's the first one. Darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns, no more lingering in the past. When in balance, accepts, adapts, adjusts. When out of balance, refuses to let go, reminisces. To bring into balance, watch the sunrise. So if you feel like you're going through an ending, like we talked about, it's that breakup, it's that releasing, the letting go, the grief. You're going to be shown a spiritual guide that's going to help you along your way, whether it's a reading, whether it's an intuitive, a healing coach. You're just going to be brought somebody that's going to help you through this process. But don't fear cutting the cord, because what you're actually doing is you're taking your inner child from an environment that's not best for him or her, and you're saying, hey, this doesn't feel good anymore. Creating this content doesn't feel good anymore. Going to this business doesn't feel good anymore. We're going to leave. We're going to trust that when we take you out of here, it's going to free up space and we're going to create something new over here. So that's what the bat energy is. It's all about letting something go and not knowing what's next, but trusting that something is always better on the other side, but it might take some time to integrate, right? To get your nervous system used to the new life. It might feel a little wonky. It might feel a little weird, but that's okay. And usually what happens when you take that leap, money shows up to support you. Okay, let's do 3 prayer cards to support you guys on your letting go. What would Tosha Silver want to tell you? She's one of my favorite authors. Independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. Talk about spot on. Look how beautiful. The colors, the sunflowers, the butterfly. So you're taking, it's exactly what I said, you're taking that inner child and going, hey, you're not happy here. We can go somewhere else. Where else do you want to go? Do you want to go to a different park? You want to go to a different restaurant? You want to go to a different place to paint or to color? Like, what lights you up? Let's go there. Let's get you out of the environment where you feel like this, where you feel broken, you feel sad, you feel walked all over. And sometimes in my situation, I have had some tough breakups in my life. And a lot of times it was me having to break up with somebody else and knowing that I was going to hurt them. And they were the nicest person. They were the nicest partnership. And it just didn't feel right anymore. And I knew I had to do it. And sometimes I didn't do it. And then the universe intervened and made it happen. So bottom of the deck, abundance, we're going to pull that card. So it can be really hard because I knew I had the intuition, internal knowing that I wanted to break up with my daughter's father she passed away in August. Like I said, August 29th, and then December, I remember waking up going, I have to do this. I can't fake it anymore. Like I can't lie. When I know something, I have to do it. And my therapist was like, Michelle, I don't think you're clear right now. You're grieving. It's in the middle of winter. It's dark. It's gloomy. Imagine what he must be feeling. And now you throw this at him. And I was like, well, what about me? Like, I'm suffering too. So I followed her advice and I didn't do it. And I didn't honor my inner child and I stayed longer. And then the universe intervened in March and it was so messy. It was a nightmare. So the messier it is, it's because the longer you wait. So if you know that you want to do something, I would say take action, support your inner child. Don't try to please other people because it only ends up hurting you and the other person. I mean, they're going to get hurt regardless, and so are you. It's a grieving process. But there's always a better way instead of, just staying just to stay. Honor yourself in that. Oh, I forgot to read abundance. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. So you're opening yourself up, like I talked about, you're allowing that belief system to kind of like fall away. You're saying, no, I'm worthy of having everything I want. Allow me to feel fully deserving. That's going to be your prayer. Care for the inner child and allow them to know, like, hey, we don't have to stay in this. We can do better. We can have better. We can experience more. Let's open ourselves up and go there. Final prayer card. Being enough. The innermost heart says, you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change. No need to grow more deserving. Yes, you are love. Spirit is talking right back to you. You are enough. You're allowed to want more for yourself. Just like that relationship that I was in, there was nothing wrong with it. I just didn't feel good anymore. I just didn't feel connected anymore. And that is what's wrong with it, right? But there was no fighting. There was nothing wrong. Everyone thought we were a great couple. But in my heart, I just could not do it. I couldn't stay. And I knew it wasn't my path. But he didn't. And that was the hard part, was he had to learn how to fly on his own, especially after what we had just gone through together. So it was a really, really hard decision, even though the universe took care of it for me. Yeah, so try to do things before the universe does it for you, because that's when it's a little bit more painful. I just saw the bear at the bottom of the deck, which is all about taking a time out in this deck, resting. Honor your feelings when you feel them. The lion, be generous of spirit. Courageous, number 37, which is my dad's number. Be generous of spirit. This looks like the lion in my videos, the start and the end of all of my videos. I just feel like this is an energy of just like surrender and kind of say, Spirit, I don't know how to do this. Please jump in my body, show me the way. Please change me into a man or a woman who can make this decision. Please change me into a man or woman who can receive this life that I truly want. I want it so bad. I'm okay, like I'm not greedy, but I deserve it. I've been through so much. It is my turn to feel this. That's what the lion is saying. Be generous of spirit. Allow spirit to do its thing. It's like, get out of the way. You are enough. Your abundance awaits. Final card in this deck. Thank you. Antelope. Life is speeding up. Don't we love that? Changes coming, movement happening, communication coming in. Let's do one more card to end with, and we'll do Angel Wisdom Tarot. Final message for this week. Lots of changes coming this week. A spiritual guide is coming your way. Take advantage, use them, allow them to help you. Yes, 6 of Wands, victory. It says, wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotions, awards, and scholarships. You are making a choice that is literally leading you to a better life. Maybe it's more money. Maybe it's more opportunity. Maybe it's more love. Maybe it's more sunshine. Maybe it's just people seeing you where you were in a reality before where nobody saw you, nobody celebrated you. Now you're making the decision to go in this direction where you're seen, you're loved, you're celebrated, and you don't have to do anything to be loved. You're just breathing and you're loved. Final message. You are loved for just breathing. And if anybody around you is not subscribing to that, you are going to leave that environment energetically. You're not going to invest any more time or energy. You're just going to do the minimum if they're family to keep them in your reality. But now you're going to tell the universe, I deserve better. I want more. I want to feel what this feels like. I want victory. I want to be the lion. I want to be courageous, and I want to chase my dreams. I want to be flooded with ideas. Maybe you want to partner up with somebody who has a similar mission. You just want to attack your life and go for it and inspire and leave a mark. You are so invigorated. You are no longer staying stagnant in a life that is just mediocre. You want more for yourself. I want more for you. And you have to want more for your inner child within you. I love you all so much. And please honor that inner child. Take them somewhere today that makes them feel so good. Or just sit and hug yourself. Take a bath and just watch your favorite cartoon movie or something that they loved. Do something today to honor them. And if you feel called to work with me, I bring my clients through these types of exercises all the time. I have a group coaching program. I have an 8-week mentorship where I work with women one-on-one for 8 weeks. Everything is in the link in the comments. I'm sending you so much love. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. All right, peace out.